The Earth is under attack and primed for eradication. Can the heroes of the League come together and stop the threat? Well, let's hop into the pages of Justice League issue number 41 and find out together, shall we? So, as we pick up with the comic here, a couple lawyers are shooting the breeze and talking about Superman outing his secret identity as Clark Kent. Man, that's gotta be a real nightmare for the planet, right? Journalist and superhero, that's a real conflict of interest. It's at that point, too, they both end up getting saved when Superman and the Eradicator come crashing on into their building. And just like that, I'm sure these guys aren't worried about whether or not it's a conflict of interest. What's funny, too, is that the Eradicator keeps calling Superman Kal-El, even though he says, in case you didn't realize, I'm Clark Kent from Kansas now. Everybody knows. Get the picture? You know, I can appreciate Vendetti trying to keep the continuity of the other DC books alive right now in the pages of Justice League, even if I don't personally agree with the newest revelation. Now, the Eradicator's army of genetically manipulated Daxamites are already giving the League a run for their money. Worse still, the longer on Earth, the more powerful they become as they soak up yellow sun rays. The clock is literally ticking now, and if Batman doesn't manage to come back with the League's magical trump card in Madame Xanadu, there's no telling how bad things can get. Wonder Woman wraps up one of the Daxam leaders in the Lasso of Truth, hoping to maybe get a little insight, a special weakness that they weren't aware of, only to be told there is no weakness for the Daxamites. That's been bred out of them by the Eradicator, and in fact, this guy has grown so strong already, he's able to shrug off friggin' Wonder Woman of all people. Now, how is Batman's recruitment drive doing? It not well. He came on way too strong to Madame Xanadu, and she's pretty much had it up to here with all of his bat crap. Oh, what's that? You need my help? The world is ending? Pfft, man, I've been alive for a real long time. I sat at the table of King Arthur. I think I know an impending apocalypse when one's happening. Also, you ticked me off, so I'm going to be super unreasonable and waste a lot of time right now. Batman eventually realizes that maybe he was actually in the wrong on this one, and that he should probably try to appeal to Madame Xanadu on her level. After all, this lady came from Arthurian times, the world of sorcery and the sword. Surely Batman can genuflect, drop his bat belt, and, meet her as a knight, a dark knight, if you will. It is, if nothing else, kind of interesting to see Batman actively trying to show respect for another person. You don't get a lot of that. He's normally pretty aggro. Now, back in Metropolis, things have actually gotten worse for our heroes. John Stewart is doing everything in his power to keep a Green Lantern shield up around him and his teammates, but it's quickly giving out. Once it does, Wonder Woman figures that they're all screwed and that Flash should go and warn as many people as he can via super speed. Again, kind of interesting to see what the superheroes act like when they think the end is truly near. Here's the crazy part, though. Flash runs as fast as he can, but he's not actually the fastest thing on Earth anymore, as the Daxamites are able to catch up to him. Before our poor heroes can be crushed into dust, however, Madame Xanadu and Batman show up via a magic portal. Xanadu unleashes her might amongst the army of Daxamites, and it seems to work. You'd think the day would be saved right here, only there's one massive oversight that the entire Justice League seem to make, and that is that even though the Daxamite army is susceptible to magic, as are Kryptonians, the Eradicator, the one actually leading them, totally isn't. He's a robot after all. And one powerful enough to go blow to blow with Superman, meaning that he's still pretty strong and is able to overpower the Justice League all the same. It's in their injured state, Madame Xanadu opens up a magic portal so that the team can escape and regroup. The Eradicator takes this opportunity to gloat, broadcasting his message of death and destruction all over Earth to anyone who will listen. He says that in an hour's worth of Earth time, all will be eradicated and that the heroes have already been defeated. Eradicator also has one last trick up his sleeve, too. It seems that Wonder Woman didn't manage to make it out with the rest of the heroes. She's currently Eradicator's prisoner as the comic comes to a close. And so that was Justice League issue number 41, everybody, and overall it was fine. Perfectly enjoyable, just, didn't really break the mold now, did it? Not that every comic has to. The League having to come together and fight an overwhelming alien invasion is classic superhero stuff, but at the same time it feels really familiar, and I don't feel like Vendetti really put any interesting new twists on it. When the comic is at its best, it's in the little character moments. Batman being forced to suck it up and deal with a person, treating them like an equal, Superman telling the Eradicator that his name is Clark Kent, etc., etc. Also, and maybe I'm making a mountain out of a molehill on this one, but did anyone think this issue had a weird way in which it treated the female characters? Madame Xanadu holds up everything, acting kind of unhelpful and out of character. I get that they needed to build up the drama and everything, but still, it felt weird. And then Wonder Woman, of all people, ends up getting taken hostage at the end. I know it could have been any leaker, but still. Overall, though, I'd feel comfortable giving this one a 7 out of 10. I did enjoy it, and I'm hoping that the next issue throws a couple more curveballs my way.
Hey there everyone, it's your pal Cape Joel again, and if you're seeing my face right now, that means you watched to the end of the video, and I'll always be grateful for that. Retention helps in this crazy YouTube game, and so does becoming a patron. If you head on down to the description, you can find a link to my Patreon page. Recently just redid all the tiers, a lot of cool stuff offering up there, exclusive commentaries, exclusive polls, behind the scenes concept art for Capes and Quest. That's the brand new D&D show I've started soon. Never been a better time to become a patron. You can become a patron for as little as $1 a month and help the channel grow and, help me continue to deliver content like what you just saw. So I want to thank you all, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.